2, 1, action.
Cool, hey guys, Fundamental Friday. Just going to make a video review of what we've worked on this week. Going from side control to knee on belly. Side control in an IBJJF tournaments were 3 points and knee on bellies were 2 points. So it's a good dominant position, especially from a self-defense perspective.
Yeah, just so you know, I'll be here Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you. Yeah. So it's a good position to practice, and there's a couple things we need to do to look out for our training partners so we don't hurt them. So we're going to go over all of that. Okay? Video, please. So, all right. There's a couple different ways to go to knee on belly. A couple different places to put your hands. How I like to play it is obviously I'm in side control. I'm going to get my thumb inside the lapel here behind his head. Okay? My other hand is going to come to the hip here on the pants. And I'm going to grab the material near his pants. Now, I'm just going to do a big jump. I'm going to push down, jump up, and land to the knee on belly position. Some details here. Number one, my leg is bent, okay? So I can push into him and I can move if he moves, and I can move with him. The second thing to take note is my foot's not here, okay? You can grab me and reverse me, okay? And it's not back here, I have no balance. I have no strength here when it's straight, okay? It's here, nice and balanced and away from his reach, okay? The second thing to take note of is the placement of my toes, okay? My toes are under his hip here, okay? And my knee is going across, pointing to his opposite shoulder and landing on the sternum, okay? I'm not here, I could really hurt his ribs. And I'm not going across the belly, I have no control here. Okay, my toes are hidden because if it's out here and I'm here, there's space here for him to scoop and reverse me. Okay? So it's important to know all those little caveats with this position so that you can apply it efficiently and safely. Okay, so I have my ribs, I jump up to knee on belly. Okay? Cool, I'm ready to go. Now, he doesn't feel any pressure yet. I need to make him feel pressure, and this is how you do it and how you make a lot of friends doing so. I'm going to pull up and drive my knee into his chest. And look how the hand comes here on my knee. Now, palm up, I go in this space, I hook his shoulder here, and I pull him on his side. And I connect my elbow to my knee, or even better so, to my hip. Next, I push down on the head, step over, and I land my foot in the middle of his back. Notice this hand hasn't moved from his shoulder, okay? And my feet are framing his torso. So, just to show you how this works and why this works, is my feet are framing him. Right here, can you get to your back? No, he's framed, okay? So I'm here, my hand doesn't move here. I scoop the leg, I slide my heel into the armpit, pinch my knees, okay? I have good control here. Now for the finish, both my hands go to the wrist, thumb up, pull down, pinch my knees, ball my hips. Okay, one thing to take note of is the position of my hips. Notice how he's still raised, okay? My hips are under his shoulder. So this lock, if he doesn't tap in time, not only is it going to hyperextend the joint here, it's probably going to tear the bicep and tear the shoulder. Okay, it's very powerful. All right? So that's the first thing. Second option, okay? Same setup, I get in. Now, my hand here is positioned exactly where I want it to be, okay? Palm up, my other hand is going to go inside his lapel, okay? And I'm going to connect my hands together like a baseball bat, okay? Or maybe a cricket bat in this part of the world, I'm not sure, I don't know anything about cricket, okay? But my hands are like this, behind his head, okay? Here, next, I pinch my elbows together, okay? I slide my knee now over his shoulder and it lands next to his head. Okay, now I'm going to pivot on this knee and my other knee is going to go in this space near his ear and I'm going to frame his head. Okay, the choke's not on yet. The choke comes on when I put my head on the side that I just came from. So now my head goes down, choke. Okay? The third option, okay, here, I come up, Okay, he's savvy on bottom and not worried. Okay, so what he can do is he can gable grip. Yeah. And he can hyperextend my arm and roll me that way. So I'm going to lose the position I just fought for. Okay? He can reverse me and gain points, or maybe an advantage. Okay, so in order to prevent that, I come up, I pull up, and now I feed this hand inside. So this hand pulls, I get my hand in as deep as I can, okay? My thumb's going behind his head, onto the back side of his neck, and I punch the mat, okay? The first option I have is first choke. So palm down, I go over, grab material on this side. I'm gonna connect my forearms, pull up and squeeze. So I'm doing this, locking my forearms together, pulling up, squeezing. Just this little action, like that, okay? The second option is to come under. So if I go under my own arm, I need to pull his chin up, 4 fingers in, palm up. I go in as deep as I can. Same action, connect my forearms, pull up, squeeze, tap, okay? If those 2 options fail, I'm not letting this grip go. So I'm going to slide my knee across his belly, land it near his hip. My other knee comes in and I frame his hips. Now this foot I make a little windshield wiper motion to safely go to mount. Okay, now I get my hips over his hips because I'm going to choke him. If I were to attack the arms, I would move my hips up here. Okay, I'm going to stay over his hips, and now I'm going to apply the choke. So same thing, I come over, forehead to the mat, squeeze, choke. Okay? Those are 3 options. A bonus option is if you've been rolling a lot and your geese come out, okay? This is a fun one. So here, okay, lapel's free. I can feed it under here now, okay? So I'm going under his arm with the lapel, and a lot of times people have big loose geese, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to pull behind his head, do the same position to knee on belly, okay? Now look, palm up, I grab this lapel here, the samurai choke, same as before as the baseball choke, okay? Frame the head, This comes on a little bit faster because there's not a lot of slack in his gi, okay? The samurai choke using your opponent's lapel, okay? There's a couple others we can get into, but we'll do those next week, okay? Have fun. This is a very fundamental position. When you get good at it, it's really effective. It helps you pass guard. It helps add all sorts of movements to your game, transitions. Even from a self-defense perspective, it's good to practice. Just be cautious of hurting your training partner's ribs, you know, when you jump up, and the placement of your foot in your hands, okay? Have fun. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.